Hello. So, I am doing some reading of the scriptures and noticing different verses that definitely relate to healthy living and healthy lifestyle that I just thought was amazing that correlate with like the lifestyle medicine pillars that I usually talk about. And because I love putting together what I'm doing to make you healthier physically, also is making you healthier spiritually. Okay. So I'm going to read this Bible verse and then try to break it down a little bit more for you. So let me read it here. It is in Genesis 1 and it's verse 29. It said, Then God said, I will give every seed bearing plant on the face of the whole earth, and every tree that has a fruit with seed in it, they will be yours for food. So just hearing that, I think immediately of plant-based nutrition, right? So I'm like, I remember so many things here growing up, like foods that we're eating. And not to say that what we eat or what we drink is a salvation issue, but it definitely is something that either is helping our body physically and mentally to then carry out our spiritual work, or it's being harmful to our body and actually hindering our spiritual work and purpose. That's what I believe. So there's so many illnesses that are going on in this world. That I always talk about the chronic illnesses, the top 10 causes of death in the U.S., at least 7 of them are linked to nutrition. So when we think about the battles that we're fighting, most of us are focused mostly on our physical makeup and our walk, and that like, oh well, I know that eventually I'll get diabetes or high blood pressure, or I have to die of something, and oh, I believe that God will just heal me. But like, if you listen to his word, he's telling you what to eat here, and this is just one example of a Bible verse. And it's not just because, it was planted. It is like actually the food that he created specifically for man. This was the instructions for Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And this is, our perfect place, what God created, especially for us as human beings to live in this garden and to be able to work in the garden and carry out his will and have dominion over the things of the earth. So be aware of what you're eating. So we're not just eating the fruits and the seed bearing fruits, but just think about what it's doing for our body. Again, our body was made a certain way, and we need those nutrients to actually carry out the work we're supposed to do. So our fruits are full of fiber, they're full of vitamins, they're full of phytonutrients, and even some protein for some fruits. And we need those to carry out the work of the Lord. So when we're eating fruits, we want to not just say, oh, we're going to make this fruit into a fruit pie. Like, we don't want to change the apple to apple pie. We want to eat the apple, right? Because apples have lots of fiber. They have vitamin C. They taste great. And one of my colleagues were talking about how fruit is so sweet in itself, that you don't need extra sugar. So if you think about, oh, I need a dessert, I want to have a dessert, I want to have something sweet. Think of grabbing a piece of fruit first before thinking, oh, I have to have like a cookie or a piece of cake of that, something of that nature. So definitely look out when you're doing your meditation and your scriptures and your Bible study on what the word of the Lord is saying about our health and lifestyle. So I hope this actually helps for you. I want to hear in the comments if this was eye-opening for you, or if you're like, oh yeah, Dr. Amanda, I've read that verse before, because of all the years I've been reading through the Bible, it never stuck out to me until here recently. And I was like, oh my goodness, it tells us right here. There's other verses in the Bible that talk about eating also, but that one just really spoke to me when I saw that. So share this video with your friends and family. And I hope it's enlightening to you and that it will inspire you and motivate you to actually eat more fruit in your diet. All right. Blessings and health to y'all. Bye-bye.